We're going to jump to Saturday, Saudi Arabia. This is Canelo Álvarez versus William Scull. Canelo's first fight on the new contract, Riyadh season, Turkey Al-Shalik. Fighting William Scull, a guy I'm not too familiar with. Won one of the belts at 168 pounds versus Vladimir Shishkin. And he is a Cuban. He's got good size. What can we expect from him? He's a massive, massive underdog. Is there any chance he could pull off the monster upset?
He's got good size. He's Cuban. Obviously, some of the great fighters, great amateur fights, great pro fighters, especially if you go back to the 40s, the 50s. Oh, my God, you had some unbelievable Cuban champions. You've had some great Cuban champions in the 90s, and throughout boxing. So he's got that pedigree. He's got that attachment. He's got that bloodline. He hasn't learned how to lose. He's naturally at the weight that he's fighting at. Canelo is too, but Canelo did come from other weights to get here. And now with the muscle and everything built up, he does look like a good solid 168-pounder, but he still came from other weights. After saying all of that, unless Canelo is mentally off, unless he's human, unless he overlooks this guy, unless he's overconfident, unless he takes the guy for granted, which does happen. And I think it's happened with him in the past sometimes with some of the fighters that he's fought from across the pond, that have been naturally smaller guys than him. I think that with some, whether it was Ryder, I could go down the list if I had time, and I'm not going to do it right now. But I think there's been situations where maybe he has, and who could blame him? He's had 60 fights, where maybe he has sometimes taken some of the fights for granted, just a little bit psychologically. And it might have thrown off his performance just a little bit. Unless that happens, I think this is the kind of night that he can write his own story and his own ending to the story. It's up to Canelo completely. If he wants to go in there behind the jab, take control, go to the body, I think he's going to be given those opportunities to do that. And then mix in some counterpunching. Canelo's a good counterpuncher. And he's a good solid puncher. Does he throw as many as he used to a couple years ago? No. But in some ways, he has been a fine wine. Where in some ways, he's gotten better. Where he might have lost something of not being as busy. But where he's gained something is that he makes what he does count. He doesn't waste anything. He's an accurate puncher. He's got a good hard jab. He understands range beautifully. He goes to the body beautifully. At the end of the day, I see I'm taking nothing away from Scull, but I see what can be a very handy, if not easy, win for Canelo.
Yeah, matches up to the minus 6,600 line according to Las Vegas.
Is that all it is? Minus 6,600?
Yeah, that's it.
That's all, huh? So you're telling me he's got a chance. Remember that movie?
It sounds like he has zero chance according to you. The only chance is unless Canelo is sleeping. This fight's going to start at 6 or 7 a.m. local time there in Saudi Arabia. He's made changes and adjustments to his schedule and training to prepare for this. Just quickly.
He prepares well. He prepares well, bud. That's one thing. For a guy that's had his success, made all the money he's made, he never misses crossing the T's and dotting the I's. I give him credit for that. I give him respect for that. A lot of respect for that. With all the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he's made, man, he's one of the only guys I know that could probably go partners with Turkey Al-Shalik as far as money. I mean, he's made that kind. I'm only kidding, but he's made that kind of money. He might own an oil well or two. I mean, I don't know how many oil wells they have in that part of Mexico, but if they do, Canelo might own a couple of them. I mean, and for a guy who's had that kind of success, like the great Marvin Hagler, who I miss, but the great Marvin Hagler used to say, you know what? It's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping in silk sheets. And Canelo still continued. I don't know if his sheets are silk, but they should be. They could be. He still gets up and does his road work and does everything he's supposed to do to be prepared. I give him credit. I salute him for that.